Yet another lawsuit has been filed against Tesla. What is it for this time? Well, this time it's for Musk's tweets that they claim are impacting the market. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Electric Viking. My name is Sam Evans. I'm coming to you here from Gold Coast in Australia. I'll be back soon I won't. I'll be in Newcastle over Christmas, and then I'll be in Melbourne again. Welcome to the channel. All you new subscribers, fantastic to have you. Now make sure you check out some of the 700 plus videos we have created over the last 6 months. Lots of information there that will help you get a better understanding of what's really going on in the electric car industry, because different websites don't really report on the full picture. I try to bring you the full picture of what's going on. Now, welcome to everyone else. Fantastic to see all you old time subscribers here. Old time, I know I've only been around for 8 months, but you know what I mean. Now, even though Elon is one of the busiest people in the world, he must spend a lot of time dealing with these lawsuits. And he also does seem to spend a fair bit of time on Twitter as well. I don't know where he has the time to run his businesses. Now remember, I am a fan of Elon Musk, and I'm a big fan of Tesla. About 50% of my stock portfolio is invested into Tesla. And of course, there's more in other companies. Check out some of my videos and you can see how I've invested in it over time. But I have to say that this sort of distraction is not good for Tesla, the company. It's not good for shareholders. It's not good for, well, anyone at all, really. In fact, it's just a complete waste of time. The only potential thing it could be good for is getting Elon to maybe just tweet a little bit less, because I do think that that is a distraction for him. Now, he recently tweeted. Now, however, in his defense, he did recently tweet that most of his tweets are sent while he's dropping some friends off at the pool. In other words, while he's sitting on the toilet. Yes, he's tweeting about going to the toilet, taking a dump. Anyway, we all have to do it. It's life, I guess. Now, Inside EVs has reported that Musk has sent many a tweet over the years that almost certainly did move markets, and I have to agree with them. Just look at what happened with Bitcoin. More specifically, Tesla stock, related stock, and cryptocurrency. Now, I'm not so convinced that Musk's tweets have the kind of impact on Tesla stock that people think it does. There's been a number of different times where he's made some very, very interesting tweets that have had no impact on the stock whatsoever. In other words, he said something and then the stock has just trended nowhere. So I'm not convinced his power of tweeting is as great as people think. I do think there's a little bit of jealousy there, a little bit of that kind of enviousness of people with a high net worth. To be honest, I have to admit, I've been there in the past. I used to see people with money and think and be envious of their wealth and their power and think, oh, they're bad, they must do bad things. As my father would tell me that kind of thing, that usually business owners who are wealthy will do, the reason they've got there is because they did things that weren't always following the rules, and they did things that weren't good and weren't nice. And so I did have that belief for a long time, and I think that's a limiting belief. Our limiting beliefs do stop us from succeeding in a lot of areas of life, and I do try to, as much as I can, to remove those limiting beliefs and not see someone with a Ferrari or see someone with a nice car or a nice house or whatever it is and be envious of them, but to think, you know what, well done to you. You've achieved that through hard work. I think that's the better way to look at it. Now, getting back to this story. While Musk has been tweeting controversial and market-moving words for years, they claim, the whole situation was fueled by a specific tweet a few years back. That's how this lawsuit came about. Musk said he was going to take Tesla private at $420 per share. He said, funding secured, which maybe it was. I don't know. Now, obviously, a lot has happened since then, but Tesla never went private. Needless to say, the SEC wasn't happy. It went after Musk pretty aggressively, in fact, and a case was settled where he had to have his tweets reviewed if they could potentially impact Tesla's stock. Fair enough. Basically, he's not supposed to tweet anything material to Tesla. Now, there's no one knows if Tesla actually followed through with his plan and actually got someone to actually check Elon's tweets to see if they were going to move the stock or change the stock price since then. But maybe he really hasn't done much since then in terms of tweeting in order to affect Tesla's stock price. But one thing I've noticed is he has tweeted negatively about the SEC, which is very fair. Think about the damage that short sellers do to the market. They have free rein to say and do whatever the hell they want, which is insane. If these rules should be applied to Elon Musk, they should be applied to everyone else, including people on television. How can you go on TV, own Tesla stocks or own whatever stocks, whatever you have, and then say something about a company if you have a vested interest without disclosing that fully. And that's almost never done. So I think these rules are applied selectively by the SEC and that they need to be applied fairly to everyone, not just one person. Now, recently Musk has been going after politicians. Fairly, because they've been going after him. He tweeted about the billionaire tax, running a poll on whether he should sell stock. And now a lawsuit has been filed against Tesla in Delaware, and it's related to Musk's Twitter poll about his sale of stocks. Now, since Musk issued that tweet, Tesla stock has declined significantly, around about 20%, in fact. So I guess it is possible that tweet did influence the stock price. I don't think it did, but it's possible. Now, according to Bloomberg Law, the Delaware Chancery Court is accusing Musk of tweeting impulsively and recklessly, which it says is in violation of the SEC's earlier Twitter sitter agreement with the Tesla CEO. The court notes that it's not clear if anyone is still reviewing Musk's tweets. Now, I've got to say personally, I do think he should be allowed to ask whether he should sell 10% of his stock to pay his taxes. That's what he was basically saying, right? I'm not so sure this is all that really controversial. I wonder what's really going on here. Who's really behind these attacks? I mean, is this really worth going to court over the tweeting to say, should I sell my stock to pay my taxes? This seems to me to be kind of this American institutionalized idea of sue, which is not a good thing. Now, obviously, it's hard to forecast how this exactly is going to play out. And I don't think him tweeting and asking whether he should sell off some of his stock to pay tax is something that would move the market or that would have any effect on the price at all, like I said. Now, in some cases, it's fair to say it does seem like Musk is up to something, like when he tweeted about Bitcoin recently. Though in many cases, I think people read into his tweets way too much, like ridiculously high levels, to the point where they're just obsessed with him, either in a good way. Well, maybe it's not a good way. There's no good way of being obsessed with any one person, but obsessed with him in terms of thinking he's a god or he's this amazing person, which in some ways, I guess he is an amazing person, and then obsessed with either tearing him down or criticizing him. It's sort of one or the other. It's a bit of an unhealthy obsession from both sides here. Now, this is what the lawsuit says. Musk remains undeterred and continues to post on Twitter and social media on matters that are material to Tesla and its stockholders and which ultimately have an impact on Tesla's stock prices. I imagine whoever's suing him wants the settlement, wants to settle for a few $1 million, get some money out of this, make some quick cash and move on. I think this happens all the time, but I could be wrong. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think that this tweet asking if Musk asking people if he should sell 10% of his stock to pay his taxes did materially affect the stock price? And if it did, is he liable? Should he be in court for this? Is this a legitimate reason to go to court at all? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I mean, I don't know. I'm just one person. You guys all together, I'm sure you have some good advice on this matter. Thanks for watching the channel. I look forward to seeing you again on the next one. Bye-bye.